Hello all, welcome to Public Cloud Design Tips and Tricks again. Today we'll be discussing on data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. So if you remember, like few months back, we had a complete series on Microsoft Fabric. So let's start with a little bit more into Fabric, and today's topic is data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. So what are we going to discuss in today's session? The fundamentals of data warehouse in Microsoft Fabric. Yeah. So what is Fabric Data Warehouse? So Fabric Data Warehouse is a next generation data warehousing solution within Microsoft Fabric. So Microsoft Fabric is a single unified data engineering and data analytics solution within Microsoft, and it's offered as a SaaS platform. Just to recap, Uh, so this, Fabric Data Warehouse is built on distributed processing engine. It enables industry-leading performance at scale with less maintenance and management. It natively supports open data formats. It enables seamless collaboration between data engineers and business users. And it is an easy to use SaaS experience solution, which is also tightly integrated with Power BI for easy analysis and reporting. So this is all about Fabric Data Warehouse. Now, what are the advantages of using data warehouse? I mean Fabric Data Warehouse. So there are many. So let's discuss one by one. So data stored in Delta Parquet format. So what it does, it enables ACID transactions and interoperability with other Fabric workloads with a seamless integration. So within the SaaS umbrella, you have other solutions and solution of workloads. So there is a easy seamless integrations across the workload using Delta Parquet format. Okay, so it does not require multiple copies of data. So that's the first point. The second one is cross database queries. It can use multiple data sources for fast insights with zero data duplications. Easily ingest, load and transform data. So it's ETL operations at scale through pipelines, data flows, cross database query, or the copy into command. So these are the capabilities within Fabric Data Warehouse. Autonomous workload management with industry-leading distributed query processing engine means no knobs to turn to achieve best-in-class performance. Scale dynamically to meet business demands, so storage and computes are separated. Reduce times to insights with an easily consumable, always connected semantic models within that is integrated with Power BI using direct lake mode. So reports always have the most recent data for analysis and reporting. So direct lake mode enables the user, to directly query data using semantics models. Okay, and it actually gives you a near real-time behavior. Okay, built for any skill level. I mean, because it's a SaaS platform, and you can say it's also a low code, no code kind of a offering. So it is, anyone can use at any skill level from the CTM developer to DBA or data engineer. So these are the advantages. Now let's discuss about the items within the Fabric Data Warehouse. So Fabric Data Warehouse is not a traditional enterprise data warehouse. Okay, so that you have to remember. It's a lake warehouse that supports two distinct warehousing, and the so what are those two warehousing capabilities? The Fabric Data Warehouse and SQL Analytics Endpoint. So both are built to meet customers' business needs with providing best-in-class performance, minimizing cost, and reduce administrative overhead. Now, in Microsoft Fabric Workspace, basically, so we already discussed a few months back what is a workspace within Microsoft Fabric. So within the workspace, a Fabric warehouse is always comes within a warehouse in the and it's the type of this particular service is always warehouse. So if you go to the workspace and then little bit drilling down into it, then looks somewhat looks like this. So if you see here the security test, that is a type warehouse. So that is how it is visible. Okay. Now what is SQL Analytics Endpoint? So in Microsoft Fabric Workspace, each Lakehouse, when you create it, it has an auto-generated SQL Analytics Endpoint. So what is the purpose of that particular endpoint? So that endpoint is used to transit from lake view of the lakehouse to SQL view of the same lakehouse. Okay. So lake view supports data engineering as Apache Spark because it's always acts on a data storage basically for the data analytics and data engineering part. Whereas SQL view helps you to deal with SQL procedures, function, queries, etc. on the same data. Okay, so that is how you can differentiate. So again, in the same workspace, if you search for the type, then you also can get a type SQL Analytics Endpoint, and that represents this one. Okay, so with the help of SQL Analytics Endpoint of the Lakehouse, T-SQL commands are used basically, and you can define and then query data objects. But again, you cannot manipulate or modify the data. Okay, from a SQL Analytics Endpoint. So following actions can be performed using SQL Analytics Endpoint. Query the tables that reference data in your Delta Lake folders in the lake. Create view and procedures to encapsulate your semantics and business logic in T-SQL. Manage permission on the objects. So these are the three distinct operations that you can use using SQL Analytics Endpoint. Okay. Now let's discuss the very fundamental difference, or how you can distinguish between a warehouse and lakehouse. So first, choosing between using a warehouse or lakehouse, it is always important to consider the specific requirements of your data management or data engineering or data analytics requirements. Okay. So what is data warehouse? It comes when organization needs an enterprise scale solution with open standard format, dynamic performance, and a minimal setup overhead, you can say. Okay. It is good for semi-structured and structured data formats, especially, and it is suitable for both beginner and experienced data professionals. Okay. So this is warehouse, data warehouse. Now, what is a lakehouse? When you have a large repository of highly unstructured data from heterogeneous data sources. Okay. Now leveraging low cost object storage and want to use Spark as a primary development tool. Okay. So Spark for what? So Spark for your data engineering basically on top of the available unstructured or semi-structured data from different sources. Now it acts as a lightweight data warehouse, okay, to use the SQL endpoint and T-SQL tools to deliver reporting and data intelligence scenarios in your lakehouse. So that is how you can define lakehouse, and lakehouse, that is how it is used basically. Okay. Now I started with very fundamental, and slowly will be deep diving into the more granularity of lakehouse and warehouses, data warehouses in subsequent sessions. I will try to do that. So this session is just to give you a workaround of uh, what is kind of a data warehouse within Microsoft Fabric, and how lakehouse and data warehouse looks like, and where to choose what, all this. Okay. Uh, you can refer to this Microsoft site actually. That is where I also did refer. So please have a look and read through the fundamentals of Microsoft Fabric data warehouse. So it's a short session. I hope you like it. So that's it for the day. Thank you and have a good day.